Right guys, it's Nick here. So this is like my first proper video in about a year, but probably my first video really in about 3 years, or 4 years even actually, as I say. And yeah, I used to do YouTube a lot. I was really into my YouTube for about 5 or 6 years, from about 2009. Yeah, I think 2006 I started posting videos, but 2009 I was really into it, and right up until 2013 I was regularly doing videos and doing all my DVD updates and film reviews and all that, and then promoting my own movies, which I kind of got more into through doing YouTube and getting a fan base of you guys out there. And then in 2013 I kind of just middle of the year went quiet, and a lot of you might know I have attempted to come back in the past and do videos, but it's never happened. And I've obviously got a lot of people who used to subscribe to me on YouTube, on Facebook. So basically what happened, I kept making movies and then I fell in love, and I got a girlfriend and she lived the other side of the country, and I moved away to be with her and I got a new job. I've had several jobs, but I had a few new jobs when I first moved up here, and we go away to America a lot. And YouTube just kind of got pushed to one side, and the whole film scene that was in, that was kind of like crumbling at that point because of YouTube had changed the way they run things. And the upshot of it all was a lot of people left, and there was just no reason really to come back. Also, with my movies, I had a few ups and downs, and I kind of phased out a little bit. Wasn't making as many films. I was getting on with real life, really. I've now got a decent job. I work on After Effects all day. I make animated adverts for small businesses that go on TV screens, like digital signage stuff, so I do that. But I've got back into making the films in a big way. What else have I missed out? Oh, right, well, so we'll go right back to 2013. So in 2013 I shot a feature in the summer it was originally called Curriculum Vitae, and what happened was shortly after we filmed it, my hard drive blew up, and like a muppet I had no backup of all the footage. I had some of it but not all of it, and the film was lost on a hard drive. Also on that same hard drive was Terratelli Part 2. So this was early 2014 this happened actually, yeah. So Terratelli 2 and Curriculum Vitae were like lost on this hard drive, and that really beat me down a bit. Then I jumped back up because I'd made a film with Andrew WK. I shot it in 2012, but it took us a long time to get it actually, edited and finished. And in 2014 we took that to Germany. We won an award for it in Germany, and then about a month later I went to Cannes. The film got accepted in Cannes, and I went to the Cannes Film Festival, and it was one of the most amazing experiences of my entire life, and I learned a lot about film and how the industry works when I went to Cannes. So I went to Cannes in 2014. I came back and I was all super pumped about getting back into film, and this was it. I was finally going to do it. I'd made some new contacts, and I was pretty eager to get going. That's when the hard drive blew up. So so that the hard drive blew up just after Cannes, and that's when I got really beaten down. At the time I was working as a photographer in a tourist attraction as well, and I was getting pretty down. The job was, some weeks I'd be working all week and earning lots of money, other weeks I wouldn't. So that September I had a brainwave that I wanted to go back to university, and wanted to get a master's degree in filmmaking. So I thought, well, I'm not going to be able to go straight back there, maybe the following year. So I applied, and because of my background, because I had these films out there and I've got quite a name for myself, and the lecturer knew who I was, knew of my films, they offered me a place there and then. And so within a couple of weeks of that, I was back at university doing a master's degree in filmmaking, and it was freaking really good. The trouble was, is I had no fucking idea how I was going to pay for it. I had no idea on earth how I was going to pay for this master's degree. So I just kept going. I agreed to pay monthly, but they never sent me the bill so I could pay monthly. And then they finally sent me the bill in the January of the following year. They wanted like a load of money off me in advance, which I didn't have. So the lecturer just told me to keep turning up. So I just kept turning up, and I completed my first year of my master's degree. I've now got to find the money and raise that to go back one day and finish it. But all I have to do, eventually, if I do go back to finish my master's, I just got to go back and make one film basically and do one report, and I've got a master's. But I did that for a year, and that got me back into films a bit more. At that point, I was working for CEX, and I was like, so I was feeding my addiction, because obviously, long and short of it is I'm a film fan. As well as someone that makes films, I'm a film fan. And yeah, I worked for CEX for a year, and that was interesting because I'd want to spend all my money all the time on games and films that we got in. Eventually, in the late 2015, I got this job offer where I am now, and I'm there and I'm loving it. Early last year, we got the hard drive fixed, so Curriculum Vitae was saved, Terratelli 2 was saved, and a few other little projects I had. I have still been making stuff, like I've done a lot of stuff for like some anthology films that come out there, things like 60 Seconds to Die, Grindsploitation 2. I've done segments for them. I've done a few shorts as well that have like made their ways into film competitions. They're good films. Like has had a few releases. We've re-released a lot of the old stuff, but we made a anthology feature in 2015 called Dead Strange Jam. So yeah, I was still doing loads of film stuff, but not as much, if that kind of makes sense. Then, for those of you that have been following me for a long, long time, might have known that back in 2012, a production company from London contacted me and wanted to make a documentary about me. And for 5 years, they have been making this documentary about me, and they have spent insane amounts of money on it, have more equipment than I could ever dream of, and have made a really professional, interesting documentary about my life. I don't think my life's that interesting, but they saw there was something in me, this weird guy that makes these really trashy movies for no money, and they've spent 5 years following me around. Went to Germany with me. I've interviewed all my family. They've dug into my past. They've been in touch with the BBC to get footage of me as a child when I was on television. I was bullied as a kid, so they've gone into all that, and they've made this documentary, and it's called, well, at the moment, the cut that I was lucky enough to have a peek at was called Heroic Moment. Whether they're going to change that title, I don't know, but they're hoping for big things for this doc. It was interesting watching myself, a film about myself and about my life. It made me well up a bit. Interesting what other people have to say about me. But I think it's a good film, and I'm interested to hear what people say when they finally see it. So that's another thing. And basically I've come into 2017 all guns blazing now about getting back into making movies. I've never been so inspired in my life. I'm in talks at the moment with a producer in the States, and it looks like I'm making something for him. I'm making some of my own films again, and I've got a bit more of a professional head on about things now. Troma picked up my film Party Safari, Andrew WK. That's now on their Troma Now service. So yeah, if you've got Troma Now, you can watch my movies on there. A few years back, I think I was still YouTubing. No, actually, I think it was either late 2013 or early 2013. I think it was. SRS put out a box set of my films in the States. You still pick that up in the States. It's called 21st Century Grindhouse. That's out there now. So yeah, that's what life's been like film-wise. I am still doing it. I'm intending to come back to YouTube now to start getting back to what I used to do and do DVD updates, hunting videos. I've started watching loads of old YouTubers that I used to watch years ago, the ones that are still out there. People like Cool Duder and stuff like that. I still watch them, and those sort of people have inspired me to get back into doing this. Like, I work in a posh town with a lot of old people, and there's loads of charity shops. Every day on my lunch break, I still go movie hunting every single day. So, you know, I'm going to start filming my movie hunts, because I found some pretty decent bargains in these charity shops and second-hand shops. So I'm going to start doing like film hunting videos again. I'm obviously still into my gaming. I've started making games as well, so I'm going to do gaming videos. Bought a Nintendo Switch the other day. It's pretty damn awesome. So, you know, I'm going to get back into doing YouTube again. If any of the old faces that used to follow me that are still around, drop me a message and say, you know, hi, how's it going? Let me know what you're up to these days. Let me know who in the movie community I need to subscribe to, because I say, you know, I mean, I still watch YouTube every day, and I have done ever since I left YouTube. I've always kept on it. But yeah, my tastes differ. You know, I've gone through periods where I've followed more gaming channels, or I've followed more Florida channels, because I go to Florida every year. Something else I've been doing the last 4 years. You know, so I sometimes miss out on the movie community, and I still like check in, and I type in DVD update, Blu-ray update, and find a few new faces. But there's still like maybe some people I've missed out. You know, some horror guys. I know a lot of like my old friends are still kicking about. I know Moods is still kicking about. I know that Pete is still about. I know, you know, there's a fair few of you that are still knocking around, and obviously I'm friends with a lot of you on Facebook as well, so I still see what's going on. But yeah, any more horror channels and DVD channels, yeah, just add me up. Anyway, I've waffled for 12 minutes. I'm now going to put this up, and I'm also going to record a film update. But yeah, 2017, it's March, but that's it. I'm back on YouTube. I'm going to start YouTubing again regularly, and I'll be doing more updates on what's going on in the world of my films. If you're new to my channel and you like hearing me waffle and you see my videos from years back, drop me a message. If you're interested in the films I've made, look me up on IMDb. I'll put the link down below. Contact me if you want any of my movies, and I can sort you out with some of them. Yeah. Anyway, guys, speak to you all soon. Bye! Is that how I used to do it? Or was it more bye? I can't remember. Go watch my old videos. Anyway, guys, see you soon. Bye!